Hello everyone and welcome back to sunny Miami, Florida. We are hanging out with Wasabi at VeeamON 2019. There has been a lot going on from the show floor, everything from data backup to data recovery. Well, you might think that's the same thing. We all know it's not. Anyways, we are hanging out with Wasabi today, and what brings you two ladies over to the show floor?
Well, we're excited to be here. This is our first VeeamON event, and we are joining as the next generation cloud object storage company. We are competing against the first generation cloud storage providers, but we are bringing together a new offering to market in that we've created some new IP with our own proprietary file system that helps us optimize cloud storage, put data on disk, and gain some amazing efficiencies that allows us to change the economic model of what storage costs.
And so just dive right in. When you say economic model, you're talking about saving dollars.
Absolutely. That is our value proposition. We came into existence for the pure opportunity that the value proposition of the cost of storage today really doesn't make sense from a cloud perspective. We are actually $5.99 a terabyte per data. We have no egress fees, and that is a game changer in the market.
Interesting.
We also have no API fees. And we have one single tier of storage. So you get the cost of cold storage, but all the performance of hot storage and up to 6 times the performance, all for that $5.99.
Wow. So that's actually, that's the business model then?
That is the business model. We knew that storage was costing too much for companies. Data is doubling every 2 years. No one's storage budget is doubling every 2 years. So how do we change that? So the way we're doing that is with our proprietary solution and bringing that to market and disrupting the market. We're really excited to be a disruptor, and we know our customers and our partners are going to benefit from that, particularly our partners that are with Veeam and our customers that are using us with Veeam.
I mean, that really is an interesting model because as anybody who's ever said, okay, I got to store some stuff, the next question is how soon do you need to access it? What type of performance do you need to be? Are you getting it monthly, quarterly, ever? Is this some sort of compliance stuff? Like the laundry list of things you have to go through just to store data in the cloud or anywhere really is a headache.
It's a headache, and the complexity for pricing it and to managing that is even bigger headache. So most people that have signed up with first generation cloud storage don't know what their bill's going to be every month. We offer a new predictability that allows you to put budget towards other things and allows you to continue to scale without more budget.
Interesting. So where is the data being stored?
So we're a public cloud storage company. So we have tier 4 data centers in the US and Europe and soon to be launched in Asia Pacific. We're adding new data centers every quarter as our base grows. Today we have over 7,000 customers that have joined us in the last 2 years. We have over 4,000 customers in trials and over 600 partners that are all working with us in deploying this as a cloud storage offering.
Interesting. And so I think I understand the connection here, but what brings you all to VeeamON then?
Lori?
Yeah, perfect. So we're really excited that we're a partner with Veeam, and most recently we just passed the Veeam Ready object storage validation.
Nice.
So
congrats
now,
on that.
Thank you. Yeah, so now any Veeam customer or partner can easily point their cloud tier capacity right to S3 Wasabi storage. And so they can immediately start getting that cost savings.
I was going to say, and the cost savings is the exact same if you're replicating through Veeam or anything else?
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
This is almost too easy. There's got to be something.
Everyone says that there's a catch, but really there's no catch.
No, we definitely invite you to come by and take a look at what we're doing. Our calculators over there will show how the new economic model really impacts your end user and pricing on what you pay.
And so you talked a bit about performance too. Can you just kind of talk about that a little bit? Because everyone's probably thinking, okay, at that rate, I'm probably getting some spinning rust. It's going to be really slow. Can you talk about through the performance of that type of storage?
Yeah, absolutely. So our storage, because of our new file system, optimizes writing each bit to the disk, and therefore we get more data on the disk. In addition to that, we're using a new technology called shingled magnetic recording devices. They are very high-speed disks that operate with helium and help to gain additional efficiencies. We're one of the few companies in the world that are using these today because you have to have a proprietary file system that can write to them. So that and the architecture that we have also contributes. So there's a lot of areas that are adding up to why we can offer this so much less. And at the end of the day, we get to that 80% less expensive and 6 times faster. We've done performance benchmarking that shows that during a 5-second window, we have basically put down about 450 megabits of data to the disk compared to 75 with Amazon.
Interesting. Now, what about the data? What about the connectivity to the data center? How does that model work? Because obviously, having the data center and storing it, but you got to get it there somehow.
You do, and it depends on where you're coming into your life cycle with us. So if you've already got data stored and you want to move that to us, we have a Wasabi Ball, which is a transfer appliance for up to 100 terabytes of data that you can start to seed your storage from one location to ours. Then we also work over the public internet. We also work over private 1 gig and 10 gig direct connect links.
Gotcha.
So we have many ways that you can get your data into our data centers.
Gotcha. I'm trying to find the gotcha guys because that's what everyone's going to be commenting at that rate. So are there other services that can be bundled onto this, or is it just you guys are just the data center storage experts and that's where you're going to live?
Yep, that's exactly it. So we're storage experts. Our founders came from Carbonite.
Oh, okay.
They're, by trade experts. All our engineering team are cloud storage experts, and so that's all we do, and we're good at it, and we're not going to do anything else.
But that's logical, right? If you do what you're good at and let other people do the other stuff, and you guys are changing up the pricing model and the complexity with trying to figure out how I'm going to store this stuff long term.
Yeah, we are, and what we're most proud about is we want to continue to drive the cost of storage down. And we view this as a commodity market. Our founders will often tell you storage should be like electricity. Plug it in, it works, and
it's just there and
it's
available.
just there and available. So that's what we're shooting for, and we just love working with our application partners like Veeam and others for archiving or any other. We're working with partners in IoT. We're working with partners on big data analytics. Those are some of the areas that we can be applied to as well.
Now, is there any differences if you need hot storage or cold storage or just long term, or is it just one flat rate pricing?
Yeah.
Put whatever you want on it, access it whenever you want
It's always available right when you need it for the same price, no tiering. It compresses
I'm
everything.
trying to find a way that this is not just flat rate pricing, but that's it.
It's flat rate. There's nothing more to be said about it. And our customers are loving the simplicity of it. They're loving the performance, and they're loving the game-changing way that we're making their business more affordable to run.
Now, are you compatible with Amazon, or like if somebody's moving from another cloud service to you, what is your recommendation to them?
Yeah, there's different ways to do that. We obviously have a bit-for-bit compatible API for S3. So, everything that pretty much works on Amazon works for us.
Okay.
And then, as I mentioned, there's different ways to move the data. If you're coming in with an NFS file store, or if you're with Block, you can use some storage gateways to convert and migrate that data.
Okay.
But then again, we can take it in directly with our appliance or through the public internet or those private connections.
Gotcha. I mean, it's honestly, on the cover, it sounds pretty straightforward and simple, which is honestly refreshing because all we hear about now is like, okay, come sign up with us, and here's the baseline. Oh, you need this and that, and then by the time you do it at the end of the month, your CFO's looking at you screaming and asking what happened to this cheap option that we migrated to.
Well, and that's the truth. And at the end of the day, you're going to get a bill that's reflective of what you used, and it's on consumption. You can do a free trial, and it will convert over to a paid account, and it's just that simple.
Now, here's a random. What about how small of a company can sign up? Because this is, like, even from a consumer level, this is pretty cheap cloud storage.
It is, and there are other cloud storages out there, I think, for consumers. We have prosumers for sure, SMB all the way up to large enterprise and universities. So it's scalable up to exabyte. That's how we built it.
Okay.
And it's nice. If you're under a terabyte of data, you can still come join us for $5.99 a month. We're happy to have you. But in building a business, especially with our partners like Veeam, we know that there's a lot higher amount of storage.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was just trying to think how small of a small business is going to want to move to a solution like this. But if you can buy it at the 1 terabyte level, I mean, it's an easy way to get started.
That's right. Absolutely.
And where are you all located?
So we're located in Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay.
We're right at 111 Huntington, right in the heart of Back Bay.
Gotcha.
Beautiful spot to be, and part of the high-tech area.
Gotcha. And if people want to learn more about your company or your very honestly cheap offerings for cloud storage, what's the best place to find you?
Absolutely. So everyone, they can come see us here at VeeamON, and they can also come to our website. Go to just wasabi.com. Very simple. You can sign up for a free trial there. You can also sign up to find out more about our partner program for anyone who's an MSP or CSP.
Very much appreciate you stopping by. And everybody else, you can find a link in the description below to learn more about them, or also hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you right back here next time on the Petri Dish.